Hey everybody, we are going to plant a fruit tree today in this spot. I have myself a non-astringent persimmon known as an Early Fuyu Persimmon. Let's get started. First, you want to find a good location. I put this up against the fence where I put a lot of my fruit trees. I'm putting it about 3 feet off the wall. Eventually this tree is going to be large, right? I have about 8 feet to my hardy banana tree, and I actually have about, let's see here, 9.5 feet to my other fig tree. It's kind of close, but it's far enough apart from me in my backyard food forest. You can see there's not a lot going on in this space except for the grass. We are going to go ahead and dig a hole. If you haven't checked, call 811 before planting a fruit tree in your backyard, because you want to make sure you're not cutting any cables up. Let's go ahead and dig up this soil. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the sod, I'm going to remove it first. And then here's the key to remember. Dig a hole twice as large as the container root ball of your fruit tree. You can see here I have really nice soil in this area. It's nice and loamy, there's sand in there, there's dark organic matter. I'm going to show you guys real quick here. It's actually quite hydrophilic. You see if I clump it together, it kind of holds nicely. It's slightly damp. It's all good signs. But what I do every time is I'm going to dump in mushroom compost into that hole, and I am going to mix it up with the existing soil that I have. You don't want to replace the soil that's in that space because you want it to adapt to its new climate in the soil. Even if you have clay soil or sandy soil, at some point you're going to have to let it adapt to that space. All you can do is really amend it with some good compost. I like to use organic mushroom compost. I got my sweet hori knife here. You like that move? And I made myself a nice little soil patch for the new fruit tree to be buried in. As you notice, this is not a fig tree, but I already have 30 fig trees in the ground on my property, and this will be my third persimmon tree. 2 are non-astringent, 1 is astringent of my Japanese varieties, and then I have 2 American persimmons I put in my back thicket. So I often like to garden with my hands, but when you remove your fruit tree from the container, make sure to disturb those roots. And I did this about a week ago, the middle of November. I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina, Zone 8B. This tree is dormant, so I am comfortable disturbing the root ball more. But you can see I disturbed it, and now I'm going to plop it in. I'm going to slowly fill in that space with that compost and the existing topsoil mix. Around. Nice and upright. You can see this persimmon is dormant, which allowed me to just kind of stress the root ball and pull those roots out because you want it to grow into that soil. If you saw me earlier, I actually poked the shovel around a lot, just kind of disturbing the existing topsoil in there. And that allows for penetration of new roots to grow in. We want to do this in the fall often because there might be still some growing going on in the late fall and through the winter in warmer climates. And that'll allow us in the tree to get established sooner for springtime, which will actually require less watering come spring and summer next year. You can see right here, I am now, after mulching with leaves, I am actually mulching with hardwood bark mulch. around the space. And I want you to pay attention to what I'm doing right here. Oh, real quick, here's the mulch. Beautiful stuff. It's organic. Make sure your mulch is dye-free for the existing environment around you. And if you look what I'm doing here, I'm making a donut. And this will be effective in protecting the fruit tree with coverage, but also not mounding around the base of the trunk. And you'll see what the donut will actually help do as well as I water it. It makes a nice pool for the water. I have really nice well-draining soil here. You can see it draining in to the existing bed. Voila!
So if you found this helpful, like, subscribe, join me on the journey to planting a food forest in my backyard and learning everything you can about fruit trees, fig trees, and general gardening. Take care.